Hello everyone, it's just me, bringing you a little update of things to come, and to share an exclusive sighting report with you that I've not put out there yet. And I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do that much more as we go on. I've managed to streamline BBR and get us down so that we're running and functioning almost like clockwork, which has enabled me to do the odd little video like this that's just for members and patrons only. So as it hits 31 degrees here in the northwest of England, this light-haired lass is not made for that weather. So I hope that you can't hear the fan, but it's this or nothing. So the report I'm bringing you today comes from an area in the UK, in Surrey, just north of East Horsley, for anybody who knows that area. Well, East Horsley is a village and a parish, so it's 21 miles southwest of London if you use the A246, and it sits between Leatherhead and Guildford. So the area is a mosaic of ancient woodland. You've got chalk grassland, extraordinary wildflower displays that you don't have anywhere else in the country. And our witness and her partner are local to that area. And she contacted me and said, "Hi Deb, I want to share something with you, but I want to stay anonymous. And please don't share the exact location." And the event that I'm going to tell you about happened about 15 years ago. My partner and myself lived in a little flat near the common that's just north of East Horsley. We had a few strange things happened when we lived there. And one of those events was really frightening, and it was a very frightening experience for my partner, and he still won't really discuss it to this day. She said, "We used to take a shortcut to get to the train station, and we'd often have a feeling of being watched when we walked in the woodlands there. And I tended to avoid that area. I don't even think about things like this, let alone believe in them, but I was absolutely terrified of those woods, and I'd run past them if I was ever on my own." She said the really scary event happened one night. My partner and his friends would sometimes go out and play this kind of commando role game where they'd hide and capture each other with flashlights and stuff. And they usually did this in the trees around the common. But this night they decided to walk up to the woods and meet up there. I stayed at home, would usually be in bed long before they got back. This night, however, my partner and one friend came running back much earlier than expected, and he was out of breath, and he looked terrified. He said they'd all split up to start playing the game. Everyone had gone and hid, and my partner spotted someone crouching down by a tree, and he approached it, thinking it was one of his friends, only to realise, as he got closer, that this thing was not a friend, or even a human. He said it had a kind of silvery skin, and it was a humanoid shape or form. It wasn't wearing clothes, and it was watching him. He said he'd had the urge to run, but instead, and he doesn't know where this came from, he stepped forward, hoping to frighten it away. But that thing didn't move. It stayed there, still. But he kept watching him as he got closer. The fact that it clearly wasn't scared of him frightened him, and he changed his mind and he backed away, and he started to run. He was shouting for his friends and running really fast back to the main path to exit the woods. And as he was running, he kept seeing and hearing rustling branches, and he catch a glimpse of it as it went through the trees, and it followed him. He said it kept up with him as he moved through there. He also said he'd never run so fast, and he was barely able to describe all of this. I picked it up in a little few details, she's saying. So over the years, he still won't talk about it, but I think, like Mark, my husband, he tells her little bits and pieces, and she's been able to put that together. She did actually have a discussion with him before she got in touch with me, so we're not talking behind his back. She said he's a very straight up sort of person. And she said, "I absolutely believe that what he saw, he saw." She wanted to know if anybody else had described a similar creature in the area. Now, I went on my map and I had a look. And there are actually, one second, two right next to each other, shaggy shuck reports. Now, I know that they are not grey silver humanoids in any way, shape or form, but it clues me in that there might be something in this area. One report happened on the 3rd of August 2010, and the second happened at Norbury Park in Great Bookham. So if we just go a little further south, we come to the Mickleton Howler and those reports there. So it just seemed that there are quite a lot of reports in the area. So as I work through this, if I find anything else out, I will actually bring it to you. And then this video will go into the normal podcast that I put out on a Saturday. But I'm hoping from now on, I can give you guys, in exchange for your very, very generous support, a little insight to what I do here at BBR. So go out and enjoy the weather while we've got it. I've got an interview to do tonight with Chris and Deb Singleton. And when I've done that, I'm off up Winter Hill to meet with a witness who saw something exactly to the day at 10:30 a.m. PM, sorry. So that's where I'm heading to talk to that witness. So it will be a year to the day when it happened. So listen out for some more, and I shall bring you some more behind the scene things. Good night, everyone, and thank you so much.